Hey everyone, we are live and there's another RaddTitan chat and yeah, it was meant to go on at 10 o'clock, but yeah, as always, there's technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you mean that I was going for a shit and then you couldn't hear me when I was here, then yeah, that's technical difficulties, all right.
pretty much, yeah. So it's always normally my fault anyway. But yeah, so what's new? What's new? We were on last week. We ain't done a chat for about a month, and we went on last week and we did the interview with Pop Culture Shock, which I really enjoyed. That I think it went really well.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, yeah, I watched some of it back. I had it on when I was at work, and you know, I thought it was good chat. And I don't really like. It sounds a bit funny. I don't really like doing interview ones. I just because sometimes they can be a bit hit or miss. Sometimes it can be a bit risky whether to do them live or to do them.
I think you got to give them credit, man. You got to give them boys credit. They come on, you know what I mean. And it's a live chat. You know, there's no safety. You know, you can't edit things out. So if you open your mouth and you say something you don't want to, or you hint to something you shouldn't really tell. That's another reason why I like doing it live, especially with companies, because if they tell you stuff, you know, if you've got a chance to edit, they'll be like, you'll get a message going, oh, can you just remove that bit where I said that blah blah is coming out and blah, you know what I mean? It's just best you keep everything flowing. It was good. They were really nice guys, and I got to commend their the project they're getting into, because you know, there are easier companies to get involved in. So them jumping on that and doing that and trying to really turn that around is great for everybody that's involved, really, I think.
Yeah. That was a big project, definitely a big project. And no, again, it went really well. I'm just saying that all the kind of chats we've done, and we've done a handful of the interviews, and so far they've all gone pretty well. So I think we're due one that's going to be a bit of a disaster. So it's just like Russian roulette, isn't it? It's like Russian roulette sometimes, you know, especially with you, you're quite unpredictable.
Yeah.
So yeah, so anyway, how's your week been, Gio?
Yeah, not bad, man. Just cracking on, working, getting things done, gym, all that sort of shit. I'm looking forward to Saturday. We've got a big meet coming up on Saturday, which I'm really looking forward to. Got a lot of boys coming down. Got the usual horsemen that will be there. So much love to our boys Gary Speed and Michael Riali.
Well, at the moment, Gary. So get well better, buddy.
Get well, brother.
Don't you bring in no fucking virus to my house?
Shut up, you with your fucking Ebola shit you come to my house with. The fucking go off a cheap holiday from Gambia, wherever the fuck you went.
No,
Come back.
Gambia.
Where was it?
It's called the Gambia.
Oh, right.
There's a the in front of Gambia.
Is there a the in there, is there? We just call it Gambia where I'm from.
Yeah.
You fucking come here and then start just decimating Pebble Dash in my toilet, bitch. I got my wife outside in the kitchen going, he's brought Ebola home and he's crabbing all over our house. I was like, no, it's the malaria tablets. Calm down.
Yeah, no, it's because stop taking the malaria tablets, and I think it's worse than actually getting malaria. I don't know.
You actually came straight from there, didn't you? If I remember rightly, you might. I don't think you. Did you land and then come here?
No, I would have gone home. But I think there was something. I think you got something, and we had to unbox it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to know what review that was, because I'd like to look back and see how fucking pale I was. And you know.
You were certainly lighter. You literally walked in and ran into my downstairs toilet. That was nice. It was a nice greeting. Yeah. I mean, other than that, like collectible statue wise, not really much is going on.
You're on a hiatus at the moment.
Well, yeah, after the Aaron Ray Perez Hulk Wolverine dial, that's just gone up for review, and that's it's doing really well. Yeah. And I expect no less, really, to be honest. But I'm having for a couple of pieces. I'm still thinking on some things really as well, making sure that when spaces get tight, you can't just be going around throwing your fucking money about and throwing your muscle about. You got to start thinking, because otherwise shit ends up in boxes in the loft. You know, at the moment I've got like Red Sonja, the devil with a sheep, the she devil with a sword. Like, that's boxed up, man. That's like sitting upstairs. So, I've got to get rid of that and stuff. Yeah. You know, I don't want to bring anything in any more than I'm not going to keep. I'm trying really hard.
Well, that's the same thing with me, really. I mean, I just got the Electro, which actually there is a gap. there where it's going to go. So there is actually space for him. I did
Is
move.
that gap the same size as the one above it?
No, it's a bit smaller. Why?
I just I think the electro look better in the middle.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, but I can't go off to my shelves around now.
Thing is that that sort of a piece is a more sort of mid-level eye line piece. If you have it quite low down, you don't see the portrait and shit. So
yeah, I mean that was the funny thing about the piece that was there was funny enough, the Aaron Ray Perez Deadpool, and that was down there on the floor. But the problem with it was his sword stuck out too far, so I had to take his sword arm off and put it down there, and I hate doing that. And I basically moved it.
Kick it in it. That's why.
Well, my girlfriend just walks really close to everything, and she's really doesn't give a fuck, I think. So yeah, she's got the kind of attitude. Well, if I say to her you're going to break it, and she'll be like, well, yeah, I could buy a new one if I break it. It's fine. I'll be like, okay, fuck you. So I moved that, put him up on top of the best star over behind the TV actually, and it looks fucking amazing. Up really high. It looks really really good, really good. And,
I don't think I noticed.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's one of those things where I was actually going to
don't appreciate it, do you? You don't appreciate. You forget how special.
Well, I was going to post on the group, and I was going to say to people about if they've had a piece in a location for a long time, like in their collection, and then they moved it to another position and realised how much better it looks from that other position, even though they've had it. I was going to put a post up about that, but I was doing shit and I haven't yet. And then I got the Electro in, which that came in today. So I unboxed that. I've left it set up in my lounge. Waiting for you to come over, and then you can do all the fucking cables because I ain't even going to start with that. I'm going to just take advantage of your OCD.
Just need to ask.
I paid the shipping on the HMO Ren, so that should be in very soon. What else was there? Oh yeah, funny enough, talking about boxes, I did a load of shit with my boxes up in the loft. I moved all my boxes around, and quite a few boxes were moved into the loft, which I didn't think were going to fit, so they fit up there. I did have a little sort out my little kind of office. Huh?
Tetris up in the loft with your boxes. That's
what
I do.
It was really like Tetris. I mean, and then I moved some stuff around in the office and sort of found left all the pieces in there that's still in the boxes. There's quite a few in there now with boxes, and I'm like, how I absolutely hate them being in the boxes. It's really really annoying. So gonna have a little sort out of that. Probably gonna box up a few other pieces so that I can display the ones I want to display.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have a little purge of the collection. So we'll see how that goes. It was all going really well, and then someone started offering me some pieces, and I'm like, yeah, could do. And I'm like, no, fuck off. I don't want any more. So
see any good deals? Any good offers?
Well, I didn't really get down to the deal side. I mean, I was tempted by the dude who's coming over on Saturday. Who's the guy coming from near you?
Tony.
Yeah, Tony basically was offering me.
I think his surname's Maine. Yeah. Tony Maine. Nice guy. Yeah. Nice guy.
Mayne. He basically was offering me his War Machine bust, which actually looks pretty amazing, but it's huge. That minigun that comes out of his shoulder is ridiculously big. So I'm like, whoa, I'm struggling to display some pieces. How am I going to do that? Because that's going to be well deep. So, but it looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. I
think he's going to bring it. I think he's bringing that for review. So maybe we'll give that a go.
Well, I mean, he wants. There was a few pieces he was looking for, but I've seen. But for example, my Keaton Batman, I would probably let go for the right deal. But then I've just seen one on eBay that's selling cheaper than I would let it go for. So I said to Tony, I said, look, in all honesty, that's selling cheaper than I would be interested to sell it for. So you might as well go there.
It's hard, isn't it, when that happens?
Yeah,
that's actually one of the questions that we were asked when we posted in the group saying that we were coming up. Was if somebody said, talk about the oversaturation. Do we think the market is oversaturated with pieces and etc. I mean, I think the most honest way to answer that is if you are somebody who is trying to sell anything, then yes, it is massively oversaturated because you really can't sell much at the moment. There's very few that go in for profitable money. So, you have to be very careful what you're buying these days. Very, very careful, in my opinion. You better making mistakes are costly now.
Well, I mean, you don't want to. You don't. I mean, it's still you have to be sensible. You're spending a lot of money on this. You don't lose money, do you? So
it's. I think the worst you expect really is to at least get what you have invested. But I can give a prime example of myself. That Red Sonja is probably costs around $800 to get into the UK. I've got it up starting bid at $400, £400.
yeah,
That's fucking stupid. And I've got watches. I got loads of watches. I got 20 watches after a few days, but there's no one bidding. And I know it's coming close to Christmas, but at that price, I'd have thought, fuck me, that there'd be a frenzy for that piece. But I mean, it's just there is still profit to be made on the right purchases. There's certain pieces that still sell for decent money, but as the whole, I think it's much harder now. If you've got you're gonna have a purge or something like that, or going to get rid of your stuff, you have to be very, very picky about what you're happy to let go. I mean, it's like you're saying about that Keaton. There's always, and every piece has a price that you won't drop below. You'd rather just keep it. Every single piece, no matter if it's good, bad, or indifferent, you're just like, I'm not taking any less than this because otherwise I just keep the fucking thing. And that's the sad.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, there's one on there for an exclusive one actually for £350 starting bid, and I'm like, well, in all honesty, I'm not selling it for £350. So I'd rather keep it than sell it.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is really. But there's I'm getting pieces in, and I'm just like, where's that going? I've got pieces on pre-order that's starting to come through, and I'm just like, I don't know where that's going. I honestly don't know where that's going. I mean, I've just got a massive piece. I've just got the Bushy Collector Norton Hulk, and it's like 30 something inches tall, and I'm just like, I've got it on display next to the Hulk buster up here, but I'm not. If I didn't have all these pieces out in the open, which I absolutely hate as well, I hate them in the open. I just I wouldn't know where I'd go because it wouldn't go fit in any cabinets. So, yeah.
It's a decision, man, isn't it? It's a tough one. Do you think it's oversaturated?
I think it's sort of like, both. There's two sides of it, obviously. I mean, there is, it is oversaturated, but I think on the other side is by license. I don't think it's the companies as such. I don't think it's like Sideshow or XM or whoever else who are not making pieces to hold back on anything. I don't think that's the case in this hobby or this community. The thing that normally restricts a piece from coming out is the licensor. So it'll be Marvel, Disney, or DC, or what they'll do is they'll hold back and they'll say, all right, guys, we're not making any of these ones at the moment. Hold on for a few months or so, and once the movie or once this animated series or once this comic story comes out, then we want all the pieces to come out then to tie in with that. One of the interesting things about XM, for example, XM Predator, the base for the Norin design originally was loads of alien bodies all over the base, and because Fox are making a new Predator movie, they didn't want it to be confusion about there's going to be might be a new AVP coming out. That's what so therefore by that coming out, that won't be released until about a year's time. So when that actually comes out, it's probably in line with when the Predator movie comes out. Yeah, and they just didn't want to confuse people in thinking that it's going to be an AVP again. So that's the kind of things that they have to deal with.
Concept, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, going back to oversaturation, yes and no, but it's not an easy answer. Sorry, I like to analyse my answers and think about them. It's also to do with the fact that we had a time where, the only Venom that was available was the Comiket Venom. And it's a nice piece. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a nice piece. It's a bit small, but, it's really well done. It's well sculpted. And you know, it looks good there. It's easy to fit and whatever else. But at the time, it was the only Venom around at quarter scale ish, and there was none of us around. So basically, then when XM make one, Prime One make one, I think even Gentle Giant may have made one, and then Sideshow make another one. So no, that's five that I'm aware of. There may be more, and then obviously there, because there was so long with the Comiket being the only one that was selling for $1,000 or whatever it was.
$2,000, $2,500.
Yeah, then it makes out that then, okay, that opens the window then for custom companies to make it. I know it looks like they're all coming out at the same time, but the thing is these projects aren't just made overnight. They're not like Sideshow didn't just wake up and go, all right, let's do the Venom. Whoever, come up with the sculpt, we'll show it next week. It's not a very quick process.
No.
When I was talking to Sideshow, I mean the He-Man pieces, I think they took like 2 years or so before people even saw them. And Sideshow don't always show teasers and things like that. So it was just all of a sudden you think, okay, no, that came out of nowhere. Wow, that must have been, 2 years in the making to do something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That probably didn't answer the question, though, did it?
Not at all. It's usually what happens when I ask you something is we dance so far around it, we end up talking about fucking what brushes you use to comb your beard with.
Well, I haven't today. It's getting a bit scruffy today.
I think it depends on your point of view. I mean, I think having choice is great. I really do. As a collector, I'm very happy to be able to like pick what I want. And I definitely am happy the monopoly is broken on pieces that are absolutely fucking, basically people who are absolutely robbing you blind for certain pieces because they're the only quarter scale versions of those pieces. There's a lot of very average pieces, very poor pieces that have sold for a lot of money over the years due to that. So I mean, there is an upside and a downside to that. When there's loads of Venoms, it affects all the prices of all the Venoms.
Yeah, but also, I mean, there used to be a case where I think personally, there's been times where I've bought characters and I've settled for a statue because I want that character. I've settled for it, and now we have more choice to pick and choose what we want, and I think that choice is great if you want to take it in your collection. But then there's always going to be that other side of it where it's still an investment. You're putting a lot of money. I mean, along that wall there, I think there's 17 statues or something like that. And if you add the money together that I paid to get those all in hand, it's not pennies, and it is a lot of money that I've invested to put that like in that way. So if the shit hit the fan and I needed money and I needed to sell these things, it would be nice to get my money back.
Yeah.
So
totally.
There's that.
Yeah, definitely.
So just reading through the questions as they're coming up. Yeah, there was a few on the actual Facebook, wasn't there? So let me just have a quick look through those, because there was
obviously Brandon Guerrero wanted us to tell everybody how much we love him. So obviously, Brandon Guerrero, we love you. Much love, man. And I think Martin Spice wanted a shout out. So mad love to him. He's a nice guy. I'm trying to remember things off the top of my head, but there was lots of things.
I noticed you bought your T-shirt.
What one?
I noticed you bought your RaddTitan T-shirt.
Oh, me?
I got a little thing coming up and saying someone in UK has bought a coffee cup and a T-shirt. I knew it was you.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I knew.
Still hasn't arrived yet, but my birthday's coming up, so I wonder if my wife is going to steal my packages and give them to me wrapped up. This is usually what happens.
Sneaky.
So
I'm just scrolling through this. So going live. God, we get so many comments. So goes really quick. I did watch. So I'll tell you what I did watch. I'll start with the positive one first of all. I did watch Baby Driver, and yeah, I quite enjoyed it actually. It was different. I mean, it was. It's not like the most amazing film, but it's very stylish, and soundtrack, it's pretty good.
Kevin Spacey in it.
He is, yeah, he is.
Are you going to make a lawsuit against him now?
Sorry, am I? Or
yeah, are you going to sue him for something?
Am I? Well,
Yeah.
you did touch me that time at this convention in 1993, I think it was. But
Yeah.
anyway.
You look like the type of guy I'd be interested in.
Here we go. Our other questions out. No, it was a good film actually. I did enjoy it, and the
What was the
soundtrack
bad
was
one?
good. The bad one was Justice League.
You did like it.
Justice League. My opinion of Justice League was it was dreadful. It was really sloppy, and the the editing was terrible. There was conflicts in styles where you could tell there was, I mean, I know there's two directors doing it, but you can really tell. I mean, there's a director who does like really dark, and then there's a director who does like really happy, cheery, and it just really goes all over the place.
Oh, really?
The Superman lip thing, was pretty bad as well. I mean, you watch it, like there's a few scenes throughout the film, and Henry Cavill was basically doing another film. He had a moustache for this film, and Paramount said, if you shave off your moustache, we're going to sue you. And he had to go back and do the reshoots for Warner Brothers for Justice League, and they had to CG off his moustache, which cost them like $9 million to do that or something. It looks really, really bad, and he looks like he's got like I don't know, like puffy cheeks, and I don't know. It just is really distracting. You're kind of like looking at it like something's not right. It looks almost like when they do like in Tron when they did Jeff Bridges and he's younger, and it looks really good, but just something looks off. The mouth looks off, and it was just something like that. It's just in the back of your mind, and then later on,
it's hard. It's a bad example for me because I love Tron, man.
Yeah, no, but there's a
Tron Legacy. That's Tron Legacy. Brilliant film.
And then there's a part later on where he's in the field. I think it happens then as well. But and then also I think I was a big fan of Ben Affleck as Batman. I really liked him in Batman versus Superman. I really liked Batman versus Superman. I really liked.
Love that film. Yeah,
I love the darkness on it. I mean, it's not perfect. That there are things that could have been better, but Justice League. I mean, I'm really, really hoping they do something with this extended edition. Otherwise, I don't know what the fuck to think, because I mean, it was worse than Suicide Squad.
So, shit, really? That's bad.
Yeah. So, anywho, so yeah, that was really like. But then, in all, the bright side of that was that it was a cheap night at the cinema, so it worked out quite good.
It would be if you were there.
Well, it was like, I don't know, they did an offer where it was like $5.99 or something.
Yeah, not bad.
Overall it worked out all right for that. I'm just trying to think now. Oh no, I've already said that. Sorry, just trying to think about that. So people want us to mention Connecticut's PO is coming. We got pictures of that. P1 Justice League got pictures of that. Your thoughts on the new Iron Studios Darth Vader? I actually think the Darth Vader looks pretty damn good.
Oh, I watched the Darth Castles on it. I watched them. I watched Four Gunderson. My boy got Paul Gunderson and Rodney Jones go through it, and it looks really good. He's really happy. He seems happy with it. I mean, it's a very difficult job to sort of to topple the Mythos Vader. I mean, I've seen that Vader in person, and for me, it's the best Vader out there. But I mean, for a movie one, for a really, good movie one, I think it looks pretty good. The quality of it looks there. The paint looks good. The mixed media looks pretty decent. The snow effect on it looks cool. So, I mean, in videos and reviews, I'm quite impressed with it. I mean, that company's been very up and down for me, so it's good to start seeing them start producing some good stuff.
Yeah,
they haven't really got the reputation or the name to sit back at the moment and release.
There was a guy who, I think it might be Nicholas. He received a bad one, but overall, I mean, like Kevin Andalena is quite fussy. I mean, he's what's the more nice way of saying it? He's an XM fanboy and he's into Hot Toys. So the stuff he gets is
Is
good
that the
quality.
nice way of you saying it? Is that the nice version of that?
The XM whore, but then I thought that sounded quite bad. So yeah, XM fanboy sounds better. So I mean, all of his statues are XM, I believe, and he's had the Iron Studios. I can't remember if he had the Captain America, if he had the Iron Man, or if he had both. But they're pretty good pieces when they came out. But he collects Hot Toys, and they're normally pretty good quality. So he got it through, and he is quite fussy. And normally he will say, "I don't like this, don't like that, don't like it's going back, it's going back." And he got it out, and he was super happy with it. So
well, that's great. Yeah. That's what you want. I know
that. Rodney and Thor, they were both happy with it as well.
Yeah, Thor got the XM, his first XM piece, didn't he? Which was Boba Fett. Yeah. Obviously, we've seen that piece in hand. It's a spectacular Boba Fett. I mean, again, for me, it's if I was going to buy a Boba Fett, that'd be my first choice. So I'm quite like that. I like the Mythos one, but I've seen there's a few the Mythos ones that blew me away were the Obi-Wan and the Darth Vader, and I actually really like them all.
Well, I prefer. Funny enough, I prefer the Fett to the Vader. But the Vader is very, very good.
Yeah,
I think the best one of the Mythos, the best one for me is Kenobi.
Yeah,
Kenobi's fucking amazing. And then for me, it was Kenobi. Then it was Boba Fett. Then it was Vader. But they're all really, really good. I haven't seen the Gamorrean Guard. I haven't seen it.
No, wait. Is it not in Simply Toys?
Ooh, was it? No, that was the Cobra Kia one, I think.
Might have been.
That's the one Gary's got.
It's great where he's got an axe going through the skull of that thing, like a I can't remember what it is. It's like a monster. The X, the exclusive, he's got like an axe.
Exclusives on them.
Well, are you sure? Isn't there like he's got an axe going into the skull of something, and he's like sort of leaning on it? Is that just standard?
It's a standard one then. I don't know.
Looks nice that.
Yeah. What was I saying?
They're high edition sizes, then, but they're they're one of the exceptions to the high ES rule.
Yeah, well, they are, and I mean, someone's asking why did they stop them? And I think it might have just been due to licensing. Because around that time,
stupid decision, I tell you that.
Yeah, around that time, Disney did come in. So Disney came in, but then I also think that they've released a Mythos 1/6 scale.
Don't confuse that shit. That's not the fucking same. They should be ashamed. They'd be ashamed even giving it that name. Try a new fucking line, because you can't. That's like that's really mis-selling. That's actually a travesty, because them Mythos, them pieces, the Darth Maul, the Vader. There's something about them. They're full of heart. They got a darkness to them, especially the Vader. I mean, there's no other Vader that captures that internal conflict quite as good as that statue does. I mean, especially where he's like holding the mask in front. I love that pose. I really dig that a lot.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
I mean, a lot of people are not sure about the paint sort of apps on him, but you've seen it in person as well. But it's great in person. Don't be fooled by the pictures and get all this meringue shit in your mind. It looks nothing like that. It's really, really impressive.
Just going through. So Justice League, we've got a couple of photos of that. Infinity War trailer comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, baby. I'll tell you something. I'm gonna pack up my fucking collection and sell it if Marvel fuck this shit up, because this is quite important that they don't. This is like this is like. It's like when Steven Gerrard slipped over and handed fucking Chelsea the Premier League title. It's that right at the finish line. Liverpool are going to win the league, and they never recovered from that, from him falling and them equalising, scoring. That it's exactly like that. If Marvel go now and drop the ball on the final stage, when they really need to darken this shit up a bit, because that Guardians of the Galaxy, that second one, man, I fucking want to frisbee the steelbook out my window. It's that bad. It's like so fucking cheery and overly jovial. It just made me sick.
I didn't think it was great, but it was something to pass the time.
Laughs. Well, they may as well have had canned laughter in that fucking shit thing. I was just sitting there thinking to myself, what is going on? I feel like I'm watching fucking Friends, and I like Friends. It's like a really shit version of Friends.
Yeah. No,
Upsetting.
yeah, and then yeah, it could have definitely been bad, but I mean, it wasn't.
Because I loved the first one. The first Guardians had a bit of balance to it. This just went nuts.
The first Guardians is great. I mean, the first Guardians is just so it has absolutely everything you need in a film, and it was just it was really really well executed, and yeah, Guardians is probably my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, mine too.
So someone, oh yeah, this is another question actually that came up as well, by Charlie Camargo, I think it is. Basically, he's asking about. Wonder if you could talk about the numbering. How can they prove number 12 is number 12, if you know what I
I like
mean?
the way he uses 12. That's my favorite number.
Some people make a big deal about numbers. Thanks. I think, well, the thing about numbers is they are not numbered the way that they are. Like people seem to think that you get like a number one and it was the first one painted, and then you get number two. You know, it don't work like that at all because it's like a conveyor belt the way they paint things. So,
Not always. That's not always been the case. In old school pieces like the Bowen stuff, he will tell you, Randy Bowen will tell you that the first one is the number one.
yeah, but
The
not
first,
now.
huh?
Not now though.
Yeah, but he doesn't release anything anymore.
No,
He's done.
I mean, not they don't do that now. I mean, not every like
Oh, I
companies.
think these days now, with the amount of stuff that's been shifted to China, I mean, there's no way. I mean, number 54 could be number one,
Yeah,
but I'm talking about in the old school stuff, like even the Sideshow stuff, the samples and the artist proofs. Depending on what company and what the number is, it means something. So that it's just a knowledgeable thing. But I mean, if you're buying anything now, I mean, for example, if I have cable from XM and I have cable number one, I don't. But if I did, it wouldn't mean that it's the first cable that they painted and finished. I,
yeah.
I agree with you there. But in the older, like maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we probably have a different conversation. No,
Yeah, maybe it was more relevant there to have a lower number. But I mean, I received some sideshow pieces where I went the first person to get them, and I didn't order them straight away, and I've received like early numbers. I mean, I've got
oh,
number
you mean like
13.
how are they assigned to the person?
No, well, that as well, but the numbering. I mean, I got number 13 of the um what's it called?
Alien
Big
bust.
Big Chat Bus. That's right. And the thing is I got mine like probably like 6 weeks after what's his name Simon smashed his to pieces. You know, and he didn't. I think his was like 100 or like a couple of hundred in.
Yeah,
So you know, I don't think the numbers now mean anything like that. I don't think they're relevant at all.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I definitely think in modern day things that have been released now, possibly. But I would say that if you
I mean,
have,
I reckon they're just
I
going to
would
paint all
say
the body. They're
if
going
you
to paint
had,
all the bodies and they're going to paint all the bases, and then they're going to go along and go, all right, well, maybe the bases are painted in number order, but no. But then also you see a lot of the things where the way the bases are, they've got like a thing stuck on the bottom, so it's just a fucking sticker.
yeah,
So and then it depends on the company again, but then someone might come along and handwrite on there.
yeah, yeah.
They're not going to be in order of where they were made.
If
I
the
don't know.
question if the question is how do they distribute the numbers to the people is one question. If the question is do the numbers mean now what they used to mean, then I agree with you. But I also think that if you are one of the privileged few that may have a sideshow sample or something like that, or a very low numbered Bowen like a one, you know what I mean, or something like that, or if you had something, like that along that, or even some of the Grail, so-called Grail Street Fighter pieces, APs, they mean something. I mean
Yeah.
that all means a bit now. Those pieces mean something of the time. I mean now, like we've said, I hope that actually we should have brought it up with Ant and all that, the AP thing. We should have brought that up.
I've spoken to him about that on several occasions, and I, you know, Ant is really good because you can be very straightforward with him, and he doesn't get. I mean, there are some people that may get a bit arsy if you kind of ask them very blunt questions, and he's actually really good. He will respond in the way. And I asked him about APs, and I said, you know, I gave him my example, which we use here all the time, and whatever. Um, the Scorpion, the Scorpion piece basically has 250 edition size. Then they have on the box it says 337, so there are 337 of them made.
Yeah.
So to deal with replacements, you would say, okay, let's just say there's 87 left over, but then let's just say, okay, 37 breakages, which is quite a high percentage for like 1/6, nearly 1/6 or maybe of the whole thing. But so the breakages, let's say the 37 cover that, there's still 50 left over. So I did ask Ant about that, and he said what they have to do is they still send them out. They send them out to the licensors want a big batch of them, so they want a handful of them for their offices. So there'll be samples. They'll go to the distributors as display items, and then the APs. What he said, when the APs actually came about with Scorpion, he said that there probably would have only been like less than 10 APs that would have gone out, because all the others are samples and factory. What they're called when they go out to the distributors and things. So they're products that will be displayed in that respect. They're still there, and they're still like companies like Sideshow still do it as well. Because I mean, you'll see a lot of Thanos is popping up, which are samples, which are there to promote it as well. That's just what happens. So it depends on the company, though. Yeah, all the companies do different things. So, but he did say that there was less than 10 artist proofs of Scorpion. He also said that in the future, he probably thinks that they're going to stop doing artist proofs because it's not very transparent.
I like his thinking.
So, Eric Hendershot is asking, when are you guys going to review Sideshow Carnage? I'm anxious to see how much Geo slams it. Eric, I'm afraid, Eric, you're going to be mildly disappointed. So, we've already reviewed it. It's already been edited. I actually edited it last night or the night before. I can't remember when. My days blur into one. And it's posted it's on YouTube at the moment, waiting to go up. But because we posted the Aaron Ray Perez diorama and we're doing the chat tonight, it will probably go up Thursday, Friday, sometime around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil the suspense. I ain't gonna say anything. Just watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Someone said, "Is your boy actually stat?"
Oh yeah.
He says, "I wore a RaddTitan t-shirt." Huh?
F state.
Well, stat, whatever, however you want to say it. But he said, "I wore a RaddTitan t-shirt the other night. I gave Gio a shout out. Got thrown out of the bar."
He would as well. Fucking crazy fucker.
So, all right. What we do then is, what are we doing? Well, Richard's saying the Carnage is dog shit. And in all honesty, I mean,
don't.
It's not been put back in the box. It's there somewhere. There.
The best thing is to watch it, because it is actually I'm quite intrigued myself to see how that review goes, especially with Alex's editing skills. So
the reason why, because you're bitching about the Aaron Ray Perez one. The thing about the Aaron Ray Perez one is you didn't fucking shut up, but you repeated yourself over and over again. So I cut it down from like an hour and a half to 38 minutes because you wouldn't stop speaking. And you just kept on going, look at Hulk's foot. He's got a crack on his foot. And then 10 minutes later, do you see the crack on Hulk's foot? It's amazing. And it's like, fucking hell.
What do you mean a crack? Why would there be a crack on his foot? What are you talking about?
It's all like dry and stuff. It's all like, it's like orangey and cracked. You kept on going on about it.
I'm quite hard for that piece, so that's okay.
So that's all those comments there. That's what happens when you've got like multi fucking screens everywhere and all this fucking shit social media everywhere.
Calm down, David Baddiel. Let's get on with the chat. What pictures you got?
Oh, yeah, there you go. There's Brandon. Mention how much you value my friendship.
Couldn't live without you, Brandon, bro.
I gave him a big hug when I saw him.
Why haven't you made him a moderator yet?
And he was awkward. He was very, very awkward. I had the conversation with him about it. Martin Spice. Yeah, there you go. I love a mention. There you go, Martin.
Hey.
What was I going to say? No, I've had a conversation with Brandon, and the conversation kind of went a bit like, well, it would be nice for you to be a moderator, Brendan, but I think too many people dislike you, and I don't think it would go down very well. And he was like, I totally agree. I agree. That's pretty much the conversation.
Shit, if it's about being liked, I should fucking step down, shouldn't I?
Yeah, well, I've tried.
Yeah.
If you try it, that's so I've actually got the Carnage, the XM Carnage. I have got it coming in.
Have you?
Yeah, I ordered it. What are you talking about?
Did you order it? When were you there?
Did I? No, I ordered it before.
That's why I don't know, because you ordered it beforehand.
Yeah, I did it before. But in all honesty, the new Venom, I disliked that quite a lot when I first saw it, and I didn't like it. I liked it a bit less when I saw it in New York, but I still didn't like it that much. And then when I saw it in London, it grew on me a lot because you could actually really see it up close and you could touch it. I picked it up and it was fucking well heavy, like really, really heavy. I'd love to have weighed that because it weighed so much. I mean, it must have easily been like, I'd say it must have been like 10 to 12 kilos for a
well heavy, you fucker.
No, but for a Sideshow piece, that's quite a lot because it's different material.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but Carnage is heavy.
Well, like Carnage was 8 kilos. So yeah, it must have been like 12 kilos. Venom was much heavier. So yeah. Okay.
Get on there, get to my pictures, you stuttering fuck. Let's go.
Thank you. Okay. Right. I've also let me just do that. Sorry, I'm just trying to move these windows around. I used to have 3 screens and now it's only. Okay.
I've also what?
I'm talking to myself. I used to have 3 screens, so now when I'm like trying to order things, it's not as easy as it used to be. And there we go. All right. So I need to press stop there. Let's just share that one. So can you see this?
Oh yeah, that's my baby.
So oops, there you go. I'm back.
That's good. It's gone rapidly downhill quick.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? All right. So
look at that fucking killer piece, man. Sitting in my living room, it was.
Right. So basically, yeah, you got the Aaron Perez Hulk versus Wolverine. So that's just the just to remind us to kind of mention it, really. Then what do we have?
It's a lottery
Piece. Yeah, it is actually because
surprise.
I just paid my shipping on my HMO Ren, so
hope for the guys arriving, so we can maybe have to review it, get a crowd to get involved in this.
It's going to be on the wire. I mean, Colson's off work on she's off work on Friday, so they shipped it today, but that would have been yesterday, Singapore, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
By that time, no, actually, wait, what would have been? I'm trying to think. They shipped it, so I mean, it works out. It's due Friday, but it's whether customs fuck with it or not.
Yeah,
so we'll see. This one, so it's going straight. So this is the Blizzard piece.
I really like that stuff. You know, I actually was considering getting involved in this, but I just don't have. I mean, honestly, just because of the work, I really want to see these in person. I've never seen one of their pieces in person, but from pictures and reviews, man, it looks fucking cracking.
There's a guy, David Wolf. He's in Harrow, so he's got the set. So
you can go see our boy in Harrow.
Yeah.
Just try not to bump into too many of my exes on the way.
Well, I'm sure that all of them will be happy to see you.
Eloquently put, bro.
Yeah, I was trying to try and insult you, but I didn't really. I was just trying. I
It didn't
couldn't
work.
think.
Nah, that was actually quite nice. I like the look of
No,
this, man. I'm loving the eyebrows and the flowing hair and, you know, the color coordinated bow. I mean, these characters are fucking sick. Do you know what is with this though? I'm terrified about this game. This is
yeah,
World of Warcraft, isn't it?
yeah, I believe so. But then
I
again,
read in the
it's
newspaper about a couple, right? A fact like they had a new baby. Honest to God, right? I read in the paper in the UK had a new. Maybe it weren't. Maybe they're American. I'm not sure. Maybe if anyone American knows if you read this headline, but they had a new baby, right? And they were so immersed in this fucking game that they didn't feed their baby, and it starved to death. They went to jail.
hmm,
They literally played this game for something like 10 or 12 days straight, literally
yeah,
ordering pizza and stuff to the house and like not having really any breaks. Like they're so immersed in it.
yeah.
And I worry about that sort of shit because I can do 3-4 hours on FIFA. I
Hmm.
mean, imagine you give me this shit, man. I'd be in big trouble.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I played a bit of Witcher, and yeah, I literally was like, oh, I'll give that an hour. I'll play it an hour, just then I'll go to bed. And I'll be playing it from 10 o'clock at night and then playing it until about 6 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no good.
So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's not good. It's just I mean, it's very addictive. It is super addictive to these kind of games. And I say it's just the way they make them, where you have to play things for hours and hours to do things. This is called Sylvanas, I believe. So Sylvanas Windrunner.
Looks badass, man.
They do, and the thing about this is when you order their pieces, it seems like they're ready. You know, they ship straight away.
Yeah, because they have a different way that they do their pre-orders. The way that they do their pre-ordering is they do not put it up until it's ready to ship.
Yeah,
So it goes up and then it's instantly you get them like really, really. I mean, this has come out of fucking nowhere. This piece. People have this in
yeah,
hand, and like within a few days of you seeing pictures and stuff of it, which is
well,
I like that. But what's even more amazing about this is the price point. These are well cheap. These are like
yeah.
$350 fucking dollars. These things, and
Apparently,
then
if you're in Europe, you get fucked
that's like,
for shipping.
oh really? Do you?
Yeah, I remember Christian
Hands.
Hansen, but yeah, he basically bought one, and the shipping was the same as the statue, or more.
Son of a bitch.
So yeah,
Oh, wow. Well, where are they coming from, man?
America.
Oh wow. Why are they so expensive to ship then?
I haven't got a clue. I haven't got
That's
a clue.
painful, bro. That's painful.
This is the Bushy Collector Bishop, so I've got quite a few photos of this.
Yeah,
Concept by AJ Pondy and art direction by Bushy, and also
modern
the
one, isn't it?
Book for the Naked Torso sculpted by Kifar Merlab, who does some great work actually, Kifar. And then concept style, yeah, inspired by the amazing Boris Valagios. So yeah.
This for me. I'm very surprised that XM didn't release this like a bishop.
Yeah,
I really thought this would fit the MO. You know, when I saw Cable, I thought Bishop ain't gonna be far away. This looks cracking as well. This looks nice.
I do really like the figure. I'm not 100% sold on the base, but it might just be the angle from the pictures.
What's wrong with the base? Is that a busted hand again?
Like a sentinel hand, yeah, but
I'm
I don't
sick of
know.
the fucking sight of that, and I
It
have
looks a
one in
bit
my house.
small. I don't know. It looks a bit smaller compared
Maybe
to.
it's not that. Maybe it's something else. But I love it, man.
I
Especially
like.
love a lot. Yeah, the classic,
I
man.
love
The
the
classic.
classic head. I do
I
think
read a
that
lot of Bishop,
I
and I
do
like.
think this one, the kind of nude torso. I do think that looks a bit like Blade.
It does. I don't like that though too much. Not in. What I don't like it is the pose. Actually, I'm not too sure about the pose when he's shirtless. It looks awfully suggestive. It's what I expect. You know, it's a little bit. It's a little bit too posy. It's not for me.
Rip the fuck. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's big. That's a in shape gentleman right there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
that's the
this.
one.
This is
That's the
much more.
one.
This is much more up my street. That's right up
Yeah.
my street. That looks cracking. That looks unbelievable. That. I'm not digging a Samuel L. Jackson look, but I really do like the classic.
I love the classic. The classic look looks great.
I've got to say that Bowen Designs did a version of this, and it was exceptional. It was a really nice Bishop, actually.
It
does look nice, this though. I love the switch outs. Loads of options here.
Then this is a Martian Manhunter, so Extreme Sculptures are working on the prototype for that.
Cool. That's another quite a big character. You know, quite a powerful, powerful character.
This is a quarter scale Kratos for the new God of War.
His head looks a bit extended now.
No, it's the angle. He's looking down on it.
All right, okay, that might be it. His mouth looks really big. I mean,
no, I think it's the angle because it's like looking kind of bird's eye down a bit. You know,
you're gonna get the nuts and the shaft all the way in that mouth. That's a big old mouth. that's a big old. That's a monster. That's a Big Mac in one bite, bitch. That's
are you gonna play that game?
Of course, man. I love God of War, and I love the Viking. You know, I love the Viking ethos. I love all that stuff. You know, so I'm gonna be smashing that. Can't wait for that. They've reimagined it, you know, and that's great. That's really really good idea. Instead of killing the original franchise and killing the Greek gods and all that sort of, just killing it too much, they've moved across. I like that idea.
Yeah. I do like God of War, so yeah.
Brilliant. This looks great as well. This
is a teaser for the PCS Raiden.
Yeah.
So you got nice. That. This is part of their kind of it's like
that's all sculpted as well, isn't it?
It's all sculpted, yeah.
Yeah.
This is custom Carnage that popped up on my feed.
Looks like you.
Apparently everything looks like me. Jesus.
Well, I mean, his teeth look a bit like a beard from afar. So yeah, I'm feeling you.
You've also got the doppelganger on the base there.
That's a nice touch, isn't it? Kind of like it from that angle. Definitely needs to be up higher. It's nice, man.
Yeah,
it's a bit different.
I like the doppelganger though. Doppelganger on the base looks great.
Yeah.
There you go. I think it's RCB, but I'm not 100% sure. So it's just doppelganger.
Yeah. I like doppelganger.
This is the Figurama Devilman versus Amon, and I'm fucking so pumped for this.
Yeah, man.
Super pumped for this. Sculpted by Caleb.
Looks crazy, doesn't it?
So yeah, done a great job on this.
You're going to have too many lines, man. You're going to need one room to be your movie line. You're going to need one anime fucking room and then one comic room. Good thing you got a few rooms in your house.
Yeah. I guess that's.
You just need to get your missus to move out of the house, and then you got another room.
Wow, she does have some uses. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is the first of the figures, Crash Bandicoot. So this is the one with the crazy eyes, the one without.
That's big, isn't it? That
is a big old piece. I think when you kind of look at these characters and you're like, oh, it's Crash Bandicoot and it's this and this, you just assume it's going to be a small piece. Yeah, so, it's a big old piece.
Dude, it's massive.
Based on the artwork. Nice. Yeah, because people are going, he's you know, like with sometimes Sideshow make the eyes wonky. These are meant to be wonky.
I keep saying that about my French bulldog and all.
Yeah, you're
meant to look like that. Not really.
This I really like this. This is basically, I think Darren Orm's working on this. So this is co-signature collectibles, and this is Fat Paul, and it's going to be like I think it's about 12 inches tall. So he's on like a clear resin base there. And he's like a fat angry duck, and he's like Deadpool as a fat Deadpool. And I do really like this. There is a Wolverine that's going to come up, and I really like them. I think they're really cool. And then the duck just looked a bit pissed off. The Wolverine. So the Wolverine will come up soon. I think that was slightly different. This was just the pre-ordering came up, but that's already gone. So the Alien 3 Dog Alien Market is up for pre-order.
Our boy Gary got one.
Speedy, did he?
Yeah, you got one, yeah.
I think the price on this wasn't as bad as everyone originally thought. I think it was like
Yeah,
1,600, wasn't it?
yeah, I think it was 1.6. Yeah, so I mean that's.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone's thinking at least 2K. So
yeah.
it's always good when it's under your expectations.
Of course, of course. This one is the Cyclops by Salt and Pepper Studios.
This is more the modern Cyclops, yes.
Yeah, modern Cyclops. So there's the masked, unmasked.
Yeah, the problem I have with this is just the bottom half of the legs. I just don't like what they're doing.
No.
Yeah, they just look bent up to me like he's like sort of tuck jumping, like he's on a trampoline. He's tuck jumping. If one of them legs was straight, I'd like immersed maybe in the smoke or in the flames or something, it would just be a bit more balanced.
Sorry, double up on these pictures. Sorry. Artwork. Then you got the Quarter Scale Eric Draven, which is by Static. So Statics. So that's
have you still got your just sitting around, or have you sent that bitch off somewhere?
I sent it to someone, but he can't. He did tell me when he took it that he can't do anything until December. So it's
that's all right. It's December now. Coming up.
So this one's really cool. He's got switch outs. But I think there's part of it's a kit as well. So I think there's like, I might get the numbers totally wrong, but there's like
man, fucking Brandon Lee. They were so good in the film, man.
I think there's like 60 painted and 20 unpainted, and there's a comic head and a movie head. You get a crow with it. You get a guitar and all this other stuff with it as well. Sword.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Those look really cool.
It does look
cool. Not that expensive either. This is just the Guy of a Dark Hero by Elite Creature Collectibles. This is the. I think it's like
that's like the counterpart to your one, isn't it?
Yeah, I won't get it though.
Well, I know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't get this one. I just it's not really for me. It's the Guy of a Zoinoid, and it's kind of when the Zoinoid transforms into him. I just don't. It's not for me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the movie as such. I prefer the anime much more, and at the time that was the only statue I could get, so that's why I did order that box.
It's nice to have a nice touch to the movie anyway, along with the comic with the anime stuff. That looks nice as well.
So then you got the Battle Cat. Looks like it's getting ready to be done.
Well, it looks nice. You gotta love that He-Man stuff, man.
Yeah. Then this is by Caleb, isn't it? Caleb Nefsan.
Oh, really?
Project for one of his friends. Yeah. So he did the Devilman versus Amon as well. So this has gone backwards. So this is the second head, and that's how it opens closed mouth. So you got the open mouth and closed mouth, and there you go.
Is this from the new Predator film, the new Alien film? Is this from the second Prometheus? What was it called?
No, this looks like a Big Chapel Warrior, doesn't it?
It's definitely. If it is, them spines at the back remind me of the second film, but looks like one of the warrior. It looks like the warrior ones to me, but
yeah,
I do remember in Covenant they're quite similar looking. Alien, they're quite similar. Maybe it don't have them spines though.
Yeah, then you got the base there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's wicked.
This is just the Taurus Studios Infinity Gauntlet, and this is going to be huge. You tempted by that?
Damn right, I fucking am. Although your picture leaves a little bit to be desired.
That's why it's a fucking teaser.
You decided to take a photo in the fucking dark with the lights off and like someone's opened the crack of the door. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I think you're missing the point of a teaser screen.
Christ, I mean, Jesus, it's like those guys who go out and buy sort of like, hotel room sort of backdoor porn. I mean, you can't see shit. Show me something. This isn't what, I can see. It could be a beetle for all I fucking know.
Yeah, I think you're missing the point of a teaser.
Yeah, fuck teaser. I want to see the damn thing.
And this is the new Ragnarok Thor helmet.
Have you seen that yet?
No, I haven't. Wallace says it's shit, so it's going to be fucking wicked.
Who?
Wallace said it was shit, so it's going to be wicked.
Oh, cool. I'm always pleased when he hates something.
Yeah, whenever Wallace hates something, it's guaranteed it's fucking amazing.
You're on to a winner. It's gold.
I'm looking forward to that now. I wasn't going to go and watch it, but now I'm definitely going to watch it now. So this is the Taurus Studios. I've
got the classic coming up. I can't wait for that. That looks nice. Huh?
I got the Loki helmet coming, and I don't know where that's going either. Again, it's
Yeah,
just
I like the look of that.
we might have to put them on and do a little.
Oh, I'd love to do that. Shall we do that?
Yeah, well, you can't get them
Let's
on your
do it.
big
It's been a
head.
while since we've done it. One of them piss take videos, isn't it? We used to do that. You know what I mean? Back in the day.
You tried to put on the Flash one, and you tried to put the Wolverine one. You can't get on your big head.
Yeah, my melon can't take it, man.
What
It's
your
too
big,
swollen for being punched in the face so many times.
your big cock-shaped head?
Yeah, don't choke me out, man. Don't do it.
So you can actually raise and lower the piece there.
I don't understand the point of that in the film, but I'm hopeful I'll understand when I get there.
This is the custom quarter scale Nova and Star Lord. This has been sort of flashed around quite a bit. This is by Avian Wire Sculptures and Extreme Sculptures. So yeah,
Yeah, it's cool, man.
I don't really like that.
Do they look? Huh?
I think it's really cool.
Do they join together then or not? Because they look separate, or is it you can join them?
Yeah, you can pose them together, but then you can pose them individually if you need to. But you obviously, yeah.
Tell you what, that spike's a little close, no?
No,
That's a little close there. And then when you look at it from the front, it's questionable.
No, it's off. I think it's about they're not together, but like.
No, the spike coming outside of Nova's base that looks like it's nearly going to sever his fucking anus gland.
Yeah, but you don't know how. Well, yeah, it does look quite close there, doesn't it?
If you turn it so that you can see it front on, he looks like an incredibly well endowed gentleman. Look, keep going. It's like Jesus, what's going on?
I think it's just the angle.
I mean, people talk about the Venom clock being right up his arse. That's really close. That.
Do they? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I think it's an angle thing again, but that's really close. Right. I'm loving the sculpt. I'm loving the sculpt on them both. I've got to say that.
Yeah, I do really like them as well. I think they're really nice. This then is the Mad X Loki on throne.
Now this look. I see pictures of like this, and this look really special. This I really like the look of this at the throne piece.
Well, I actually I didn't like it at all, and then I saw it kind of printed, and I'm like, oh, actually, it does look really good. I didn't like it.
With the Avengers, you can see like he's like on the Hulk. The Hulk's like bent over, and he's like sitting on him. And then you've got like you've got Thor, and that's just crazy. That's just really such a great.
Well, you got Vision streaming at the back there. You can see
really good execution on the idea. I really dig this a lot. I think this looks great.
This was a teaser from Ben, XM Ben, where he does his profile pictures, updates them. So
I know it's from black and white with a crack in the doorway sort of colours.
Yeah.
You can at least know who that is.
This one is Doomsday. That went up for pre-order. You know, like that.
Gary got this and all.
Where the fuck is Gary putting all these pieces?
What do you mean, where is Gary putting them? I'm going to put them in my house when Gary can't fit them in his. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go around there and Gary's going to be like, oh, guys, where does this go? And I'll be like drinking beer and going, oh, no, can't go there. Oh, Gary, it can't fit there. I'll take it home with me. I'll put it in my front room. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Right. And next piece, and this is the same piece, sorry.
I love the flag, man. I love the cape from the comics. I love that. That's a really great touch. Is that the exclusive part?
No, it's a mouth. It's an open mouth, isn't it?
No, there's like classic and new 52 heads is the exclusive then. If it's not this cape. Love that though. Really like that touch. Brilliant touch that.
That's the exclusive there.
There's the new 50. That's new 52, and that's the classic. The horned one is the new 52 Doomsday. Okay. Looks cool.
Which is the Damon versus Devilman. I'm just going to put them in there because I want to see them. So fuck you.
More power to you.
By the way, this is the painted paint test. This is the painted up.
Nice.
I think the ones we saw before were after this one, so ignore this one because the new ones are the ones before.
Well, I would ignore it if you left it out, but obviously.
Obviously, when I'm going through 300 pictures, and there's going to be a few in there that slipped in. We haven't fucking done a chat for 6 weeks or whenever we've done it. This is the Helsing. This again is by Figurama. They're looking into this. There you go. There's another picture of that. This is just to remind me that I got this in today, and yeah, so remember to mention it, not to brag, to mention it. This is the HMO Mega Man Zero coming soon.
I ain't played Mega Man in ages, man. I need to get back on that.
I think you can get a version for your mobile, you know that?
Oh, don't say that to me. I've only just got rid of that fucking Contest of Champions. It was eating my life away.
Yeah, it was eating my battery.
Fucking get rid of it.
So you got that. Then you got the Connecticut's oh fuck, what's his name? Terry from King of Fighters.
What scale?
This is 1/6.
None.
It was going to be 1/6.
Part of the Dio line, in it, that clearly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then this is a teaser for.
Dude, I remember that bit. I remember exactly that bit.
Ray. And
that's such a wicked picture,
this
man.
is when that song's playing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dun.
Do you remember because of their accent? They sing part of it in like Japanese or something, and then part of it in English with a really bad accent.
I showed my girlfriend that recently, and she was just like, "Their English is so bad. It's really bad." He's going, "Kuyomi Agasagi we." Oh, and he was like saying, like, "Oh, because I'm not that kind." I'm standing in the head of my nest.
Is it standing in the heart of madness? Is that it?
It's either madness or darkness.
I
think it's madness. Because Heart of Darkness is Apocalypse Now, isn't it? So I think it's madness.
Wicked though, that. And it's just a great thing to do. Just sitting in his fucking horse, just going, yeah, all right.
I've seen the Ray. Sorry, I've seen the.
Take your little wispy shit and fuck on. He's just like toying with him.
I've seen King Rao. I mean, I saw that when I was in Singapore like last year, and it's massive. It's a 1/6 piece.
It looks unbelievable. This looks great. I mean, I love the way that this is done.
Yeah, and then that's Ray in front. I love the clear resin on that. Looks great.
Even the wisps coming off his like sharp things because he does all this sort of cutting shapes. Like he always looks like a 1970s techno disco, and then cuts your arms off in the process.
I think that'd be great. I mean yeah. It's a shame it's 1/6 for me.
I love it. They look massive. I don't give a shit what scale they are. I'd take them.
Massive.
I'd take them tomorrow.
The King Rao is like big, really big.
I just remember they're all chanting King Rao, and there's that one dude who's like offbeat. I always think of you because your rhythm is like well off. Do you know what I mean? When we were kids and you clap in assembly, you were always the one off key, man, all the time. You will get in trouble all the time for being out of fucking place. And I could just imagine you being that dude that gets pummeled, gets his head smashed in.
They're like, King Rao.
I'll have to watch that. I love that film.
Do you know when that was made?
Early, man.
1984.
Oh, I was a year off.
Yeah. Then you got the...
I've got this bad boy. Can't wait for this. Look at them numbers, man. Look at them stupid numbers. Look at them numbers. 200.
So low.
That's mad. I've got a scale regular one coming in. I just can't wait, man. Can't wait. For me, this again for me, it echoes very similar concept of the same like Mythos Vader. I think this piece captures the mood of Akuma better than any other. That's why I've seen all the others, but in reviews and stuff like that. But for me, this had to be my Akuma. It's just perfect. Has to be.
No, it's really, really nice. I mean, I've got the Ryu and I love it. I really do. Really, really love it. Oh shit, I got the mouse. Then this is all my pictures are a bit all over the place. This is the Onslaught. I've got the name coming up who makes this. So this is also done in quarter scale and 1/4. And I think that's the thing. What do you think about that? Someone asked me about that. They said, what do you think about the fact that, like, for example, it was quite good because Eric Sosa does it with the Ryu, with the Akuma. He's doing it with his Deadpool. And then this guy's doing it as well, where they're doing it in different scales of the same statue.
How can it lose?
No, I know, but I'm asking your opinion on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How can it lose? You're appealing to Bowen, Kotobukiya, you know, all them companies that do 1/6 pieces. You know, all those collectors out there that collect, you know, 1/6 predominantly. You know, it appeals to them. I don't think you can lose. I think it's a brilliant idea to do it in both scales. I think it's fantastic.
Genius, yeah.
I think so.
I don't know. You know, I don't know how simple it is. Just when you do something and you sculpt it, I don't know how simple it is just to resize it. I don't know whether that's just, you know, that's something you could just do really quickly and just say.
At this point in time, I don't have the education, but I will say is that
I'm sure if you've sculpted it in 1/4, it'll be easier then to minimize it to 1/6. But if you've done it for 1/6 and you try and stretch it into 1/4, you may lose.
Yeah, assumption's the mother of all fuck ups. I'm not even going to get into.
Well, that's what I'm assuming.
I will say that I think it covers a lot of bases, which is really. I mean, I got a lot of friends who collect like Bowen Designs piece. I mean, I know people even now who collect quarter scale pieces of all different companies, and they want to go back to Bowen Designs because
O'Day wants to. Yeah.
I mean, there's people that miss just collect. You know, so this would appeal. You know, for obviously he stopped doing stuff now, so he's left a bit of a gap. So maybe this is the way to do it for, you know, like Marvel and DC stuff is for the comic pieces is to make them in both them scales. It's a great idea. I think so.
I've just been corrected.
Of course.
Star-Lord is sculpted by Avi. That's right.
Yeah.
The anatomy and the suit on Nova are by Will Higgins, and the art direction is by Bushy Collector. It will be produced by Travag Bond.
Nice.
So yeah. So I think originally it was attached to Extreme Sculptures. It was definitely attached to them before, so it must have been a new change of direction.
Either that, or they don't want to take the project any further. They have other things going on.
Well, this is Extreme Sculptures anyway. So this is the Martian Manhunter.
This is a piece that needs to get made. Really, I like that as well.
Yeah, this is to show off the light up on the base. Dynamic
pose, good light up. I like it. It's nice.
A couple of angles of that. This is the Iceman, which, funny enough, these pictures were put in here before I knew that it was actually going to be in my house.
Yeah, we just reviewed this.
We just reviewed this, and basically, a London collector, or local collector, said, you know, I've got this in my house. I'm moving house. You know, would you like to look after it for me? And I was like, yeah, go on then. So he brought it over and just dropped it off, left it in my house. We did the review last week, so we've got quite a lot of reviews. I have a lot of reviews I need to edit, and it's not as many as I've been working through a little. What's that?
It's going to get worse before it gets better, son.
Yeah. So I mean, we're trying to work out an order. I think the next one's going to be Sideshow Carnage.
Yeah.
And then we've got, I think, 3 or 4 custom pieces that we need to get out. It's just we're going to try and do it by newer pieces anyway.
I actually really like this Iceman. I actually contacted the guy. I'd added on Messenger and basically asked him if he wanted to get rid of it. But
this is a prototype I was talking about with all the frost on the legs.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. It's in fairness, this one does actually look better than the one that we seen. Unfortunately, it's the prototype is better. The frost on the head, the elbow, the shoulders, and on the legs actually do make a good difference out, to be honest. And the gold on the cross is different.
I don't know about that.
Yes, it's different. Don't fucking question me. I'm telling you, it's different. It's not the same gold.
Well, I know the frost on the trousers, definitely.
The gold on the legs is like a metallic gold. That is like an orange color. That's not the same. But it really does, that frosting on the top really adds quite a lot to it, actually. I didn't think it would, but it does actually add quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't actually remember seeing these pictures, to be honest with you.
It's really nice, though, in person. It impressed me, you know, to the point where I wanted it. But the pieces that he was interested in trading, I can't part with under any circumstances. So
I don't remember these pictures. I honestly don't remember putting them there. But yeah, okay. It also looks like his other hand is white as well. It's got white on it. It's his right hand. Then you've also got the beast as well, which looks really good.
He looks a bit too happy to be reading. I mean, nothing is, you know.
It's a good fucking book, you know.
Do you reckon it's a first edition Wind of the Willows?
Yeah.
I reckon that's what it is. I'm not sure if I
Yeah.
like the proportions on this piece too much. It's got that same thing I don't like about the, you know, like around the pants. You know, the way that the quads go in and then flare out again. You know, where it looks almost like a He-Man figure.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's more angled. I don't know if that's just because of the angle of this picture, but it's something that it's the same thing I had with the Mr. Sinister. You know, the Sinister that's got like the thing he's looking up at. His legs do the same thing, and it just bothers me every time I look at it. Just something that I feel looks like a He-Man figure.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Sinister looks great. I like that. I really do like the look of that. That's
Talking about the one on the throne or the one we're standing up?
the one you were talking about is a standing up one.
Yeah, it's standing up. Yeah, it's
Oh,
like looking at
Icon Studios on theirs, Icon.
Yeah,
And that's a light up on there. There you go.
it's wicked. That is. That's really nice.
Again, this is the coming back to it. This is the salt. They're salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And then I think that is salt and pepper and extreme sculptures.
Yeah, that's really nice. The Iceman beast looks cool too.
This is then the modern Cyclops. And you got that there with all the different switch outs. And for fuck's sake, I'll come back to those. And then you got the Havoc, which he pairs up with.
Havoc looks nice.
They pair up together.
Well, they're brothers, right?
Isn't it his son or is it his brother?
No, they're brothers.
Oh, brothers, yeah, you're right, brothers. So just coming back. And these are also some salt and pepper Hulks that he's doing.
They've really got that Red Hulk. Looks great. That Red Hulk really looks good.
Yeah.
That's more of the that reminds me of a cover actually I have. It's very, very similar. I wouldn't be surprised if they've taken that portrait from the front of that comic. I've got like a variant where he's like he's standing and there's all like broken tanks and shit behind him. It looks just like that.
Cool.
Looks really nice like that.
Havoc, so these. I don't know what that is. I think that might be
life-size Apocalypse bust.
I think that might be Courtmasters, but I might be totally wrong. The problem is when I put these pictures in a folder like 6 weeks ago, I did remember what they were then, but I'm pretty sure it might be Courtmasters. But
that teach you in it not to be doing any fucking chats for like this long. You should be.
That's the Kratos that you said you wanted to do bad things to you.
Yeah, real bad things to you.
You got the
I want to do real bad things to that fishy fucker as well.
Yeah, you got the Sideshow, J. Scott Campbell.
No, what is it? Fridays, the Fridays fish supper time, right?
Yeah, Friday.
Good Friday.
Friday's fish and chips. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a good Friday. I'm not too keen on the that looks almost like the other one, doesn't it? That almost looks like Ursula, where she takes a voice and comes up. The one on the left.
I don't remember the film that much, George.
I do. I know. I know all the classics, man. I know all the classics. But Ariel is looking hot, man.
She is. And then this is Cowboy Bebop. This is by First of Figures.
I have no idea who that is.
It's anime. So.
Did you say his name was Cowboy Bebop?
It's from Cowboy Bebop, yeah.
I just thought you sneezed or something.
And then this is My Hero. This is the white Power Ranger.
Yeah, the white one was a cool Ranger, wasn't he?
He is. I mean, they've done some more paint to it, so it's got more kind of weathering and things on there.
It looks cool, man. I can't lie. That really does look great. That. I don't know why, but when I look at it, I've got the song in my head.
What?
Huh?
What song?
Go Power Ranger.
Okay. I thought you were talking about something.
That's what I've got in my head. I've just got it. I don't know why. It's just stuck in my head.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a museum-like piece. I quite like it.
Power Rangers, you mighty morphin power. I never actually watched that when I was a kid.
I think I watched a bit of it.
I think you watched it a little bit, but you know who was mad about it was Stefan was well mad about it.
Yeah, but we know why.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, men in tight outfits. Yeah.
He looks firm. Looks toned.
Oh yeah, the Gary. Well, actually, I shouldn't even say that now. I'm saying, yeah, Gary's saying that the Apocalypse Bust is Court Masters, but Gary's saying it doesn't mean a fuck all. To be honest with you,
What?
Gary is agreeing with me and saying that the Court Master, the Apocalypse Bust is Court Masters. So you've
Right.
got me and Gary saying it's Court Masters Apocalypse, which means fuck all. To be honest with you, if Gary and I are saying it is, then it probably isn't.
Yeah.
Between us, we're pretty, normally wrong. So yeah, there's the White Ranger. These are the jumping around a little bit. Sorry, guys. These are the release dates for Connecticut's. So
I actually like it when they jump around. It reminds me of the old days, the good old days.
well, it just kind of mixes it up a little bit, so people can't say I want to watch all the, all the sideshow pieces, or I want to watch these, and they can fuck off whenever they want. Now they got to watch it all, and this stuff's going to come up randomly. That's how it works.
That's the raffle, baby.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
raffle. You want to stay? You want to win?
So the Femme Patel jewelry, she's up for pre-order. Cammy's up for pre-order. Ryu comes up for pre-order soon. I think actually might, very soon actually. And then Chung-Li's after. I actually have the Chung-Li over here, Chung-Li and Cammy. We're waiting for the jewelry to turn up, and we're actually going to do a video of their prototypes before they go to the factory. So we're going to go over the prototypes. We're going to look over them. We're going to say to Connecticut's what they should improve, what they shouldn't, and paint wise, and it goes off to the factory to be worked on. So it's just
great honour that, my man. A great honour that.
It's a great opportunity to be able to see them before, and actually get involved as such.
Yeah.
It's good of them to kind of trust us with those. What was I going to say? Oh, it's Terry Bogard. It's the guy punching down.
Okay.
And yeah, sorry, just looking through their list. Justice League. These are the Hot Toys. You see them?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with your screen because I've got loads of screens. There you go. Then you got the this one. When I saw it, I was like, I've never seen this, but this is it Robotech? And this looks crazy. This is like right up Pro One's alley, isn't it?
I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is.
It's kind of like a Gundam-y Transformers type thing.
Okay.
So it's like a walking fucking plane with all these missiles on top.
Okay.
Mad.
Right. Okay.
Then this is the original teaser for the Raiden.
Yeah, the little sandals give it away a bit.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I mean, the ninjas have them, but they don't have the wraps going up the leg.
Yeah. I think everyone knew as soon as they posted that, going, "Oh, here's a little teaser for you guys." They were like, "Oh wow, Raiden!" straight away. Then you got the Abuki, which went up for pre-order the other week.
Yeah, that's quite a cool looking piece. Didn't you see that in New York?
I did. I saw that in New York, and I didn't
one
see
with the lily base.
No, it's Cherry Blossom.
That's it. Is that her?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that's nice.
The one I saw was the Player One version, and it was really, really nice. I mean, I did have to ask someone, and I said to them, "Is this from an anime?" Or I was like, "Is this an anime or what is this?" Because I don't know the character. But
I haven't even played Street Fighter 5 yet, man. I should be
it's not 5.
taken out into the yard and shot.
I don't know what
I won't play it until the full game is released.
She's for free.
Huh?
She's 3.
I didn't play 3 either.
Yeah. Then this is the Judge Dredd. So the new 3rd scale Judge Dredd they're doing.
Yeah.
It's going to be massive.
Looking forward to this, actually. This is from the film as well, isn't it?
It looks quite filmed, doesn't it?
It doesn't look like. I mean, that armor's well comic.
Oh, actually, you're wrong. It's comic. Yeah. Sorry, comic. Yeah. This is the
slightly older you, eating healthy version of you.
This is the Damn Toys Steve Jobs, and this looks crazy as well. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, I know there was a Spielberg as well at some point by someone. But this looks really cool. I mean, if you're a fan of that,
and this does nothing for me at all.
Well, absolutely. I think it looks like the character. The character. It looks like the guy. And
for me, this is just I don't know what this is meant to be for. I mean, I don't get it.
Why don't you get it?
Well, because Like, why would you want this? I mean, I don't get it. You know,
Why would you want anything? Why would you want any character?
yeah, but I mean, it's the Apple guy for fuck. I don't even like Apple products. What the fuck? You know what I mean? They're like,
phone for ages.
huh?
An Apple
Yeah,
phone.
but that's why I don't like it, because to use it, you have to have all the rest of the Apple stuff so it all communicates with each other. Otherwise, you have a nightmare. I mean, talk about a money grab. That's like the worst thing ever. I plug my fucking Samsung into anything I want, and it's like reads it instantly. Apple, it's like, don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're doing. You shouldn't be on this laptop. This is an Apple laptop. You shouldn't be on this, iPad. Don't even try and connect here. I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's wrong. Fuck that shit. This guy, if I had that, I'd throw it across the fucking wall, that thing.
Anyway, it looks like Steve Jobs. So, yeah, the old, I'm confused, and a new one.
Yeah, see, all that shit don't talk, only talks to each other.
Well, no, the old one didn't talk to anything, but anyway. Then you got the David Martinez Belmonte's Juggernaut.
Isn't that like Ultimate Juggernaut or something with that big?
It's massive. It's really big, and then you got the regular Juggernaut, and then you got the masthead, which I don't really like at all. I like this head.
He's a bit like me, that cat. Yeah, that's me.
That's not very flattering.
Yeah, that's like, that's me when they've run out of chicken royales.
Right, it's like a big fucking, looks like a fat man head.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay, and then you got the Justice League Aquaman coming soon. Aquaman actually was pretty cool in it.
Yeah, he's the one I'm really looking forward to seeing, to be honest.
Yeah. I
kind of like this geezer. He reminds me of Nenny D, man. And he's like, Nenny D's like one of the coolest fucking guys. He just wrote them two. Just I reckon that them two would hit it off.
Right. Then you got the Raiden. There you go. So these ones should have all been together, and they kind of weren't. So there's the Raiden full look. That's it. It's like one of the more kind of action poses on there. Then you got the Conor McGregor, which is actually sculpted by Franco Carlissimo.
Nice. So, who the fuck is that guy?
Red Panty Knight. Looks really good. It'd be interesting to know,
yeah, that's a good one there. That's nice.
Really interesting to know whether they do the tattoos well. I mean,
I do love. I do like. I'll be honest. I kind of miss watching him, like, on TV and fighting. Man, I love watching him. He makes me crack up.
Allegedly, he doesn't want anything to do with UFC anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's like he's talking about boxing still. If apparently there's going to be a rematch.
There's money. I mean, why would you not do it? I mean, Jesus, do you know how much money? It's stupid. He's made more money from that Mayweather fight than he made his whole UFC career.
Yeah.
Tell me, you know what I mean? I'd let Mayweather slap me about for 10 rounds for that type of money.
He was talking about how much money he got on some interview, and he says he doesn't know. He says he can't count it. He says
that's something McGregor would say.
No, he just says it's still coming in. He goes, I got 100 million for the fight. Then you got sponsors. I was promoting it, so I got the gate. I got
100 million, man. I'd tie both hands behind my back and let him whip me for 10 rounds. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
He looked good as well. I was really worried when, I don't know why, stupidly, I believed in the hype. I fell for it. But when they lowered the ounces of the gloves, I thought Mayweather, may get caught. I was like, I can't believe he's done that. But he was so sure. Unbelievable, really.
Then you got the David Martinez
Wolverine. This looks fucking nuts, this.
Yeah, oh, fuck's sake.
See a few pictures of it, a few different switch out options and stuff like that.
But there's one of them where he's stabbing two heads.
Well, that's the one.
There's 3 ninjas around him. This is where he's stabbing the one in the front. And then there's one where he's stabbing the two on the sides as well, which looks great.
I don't know if he's stabbing them or if he's just sliced. I'm not sure, but it looks.
I think the claws are through
amazing. That's the X-Force Wolverine, right?
This is the Vision Deathstroke. This is an older piece, so someone was asking me about this one. That's Vision. This is to say that Predator is a European license, the Northern Predator by XM Studios.
So explain what that means.
What it means is you can buy it in Europe, and you'll be able to get it from a European distributor. So
How do you, as in a person in the Europe who is distributing, or is in like
Europe,
in general?
yeah, you get it straight direct from XM apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
but then
I get asked a lot of questions. People ask me, so it's good to specify.
There's an update of the Vegeta.
Do you still have this coming?
I do, yeah, I do.
You don't seem pleased.
No, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know.
So you've got this coming, you're like, yeah, I do, yeah.
Well, I paid for it in full, so it's a bit like it's already paid for, so I just can't be bothered to do anything with it.
I know, but you don't seem happy with it. You're not pleased with what you're seeing.
I've never seen an episode of Dragon Ball Z, so, you know.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. You hadn't seen an episode of Dragon Ball Z when you bought the fucking thing. What's that got to do with anything?
Do you know that fucking Aussie, Omar? Fucking Omar was like fucking with me and like messaging me non-stop and going, yeah, get it. I'm like, Omar, I've never seen a Dragon Ball Z, and then he starts showing me all these pictures, and you mind fucked me.
Do you know what all this proves is that Omar is a boss and you are a bitch. That's all it proves.
Yeah.
You can get up out of bed and pre-order this because he told you to. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of you.
I think it was something like I was sitting there like doing some uni work or something at the time. I think it wouldn't be that long ago. I was doing something on my computer. I think I was doing like work. I was working from home or something. And
like, put your cock down and fucking order this fucking Vegeta.
No, he was like, yeah, it's going live in 10 minutes. I'm like, I don't care. It's going live in 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck off, Omar. I don't care. It's live. Shit, I better order it.
Omar's the boss, man. He owned you, man.
But it was also, I mean, I had like.
We should do a RaddTitan t-shirt. Never mind the ones we do. We should get one that says Omar's bitch on it that you can wear.
It was, I think it was something about someone paid me in euros, and I had like 800 euros in my account, and it came up and it was 699, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll buy it because it's like I've got this thing with my mind where it's pretty bad, where PayPal doesn't seem like money. Even PayPal is like, it's not money, it's just there, you know, it's fine.
It's like Monopoly money.
Yeah.
I'm even pissed when I land on Old Kent Road with a hotel on it. I'm pissed handing over like $100. And you're there playing with I mean, I don't know who's the Hebrew here. Is it me or is it you? You're losing your way. I'm disappointed.
I don't know.
Your mum would be ashamed of you.
Yeah, I think with PayPal, I just need to wipe out. Whenever I get any money in PayPal, I need to just cash out.
Oh, you definitely do. If you don't see it as real money, we've got a real problem. You know, 90% of all deals go through.
Someone bought something off me the other day, actually, and I've got 800 Singapore dollars sitting in my PayPal.
That's not real money. Why don't you send it to me?
And I've got, I think I've got £400 sitting there as well. But at one point, I had Singapore dollars, I had pounds, I had fucking American dollars, and I had euros all sitting in there. It's just like, fuck me. And that's why I've been fucking doing those raffle things.
Well, you're winning at least. At least you're winning.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Alex,
that looks so good, man.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot.
So the base reminds me a little bit of. It reminds me of that old G.I. Joe piece. Not on the same level, but
yeah, where he's fighting. Yeah, of course. Because I mean, it's
just Snake Eyes versus Ninjas.
Snake Eyes fighting the Red Ninjas. There's a similar concept there, of course. Similar. I get what you're saying.
There you go. Look.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So that switch out. Look at that. It's from that to that.
That means it's a complete torso change.
Yeah.
The torso's completely changed. But what I'm trying to understand is how does the blades go through that head and then not through that head at the front?
Behind it. If you look.
No. The first one.
That one. You're gonna have to
the blades are going through the head there. So I'm wondering how do you change change that?
That's a different head. So basically that torso, that arm is going to be.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what it is.
That one is exactly the same heads on the left and right. Because if you look at there, they've got a slash down and the claws are behind.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't think he was stabbing them. I thought he was slashing them.
Well, actually, that angle he looks like he is.
Nah, I think he's slashing them.
Right.
I tell you what, that one where he's standing up straight and both his hands out, that's fucking nuts. I mean, that's
And
nuts.
you got the fucking guy at the front, like crawling forward, like with his hand out as well.
Yeah, I think his guts are coming out as well.
Yeah, I've
That's
just noticed that as
seriously
well.
gore, man. I can, you know what that would go with? That'd look badass next to my the Deadpools that we have from Aaron Ray
Yeah.
Perez. That's a sort of piece. You put them together, it's a fucking blood. I love that. Really impressed with it. I'd love to see this like
Franco Colisa had a fucking ridiculous year. Jesus, all the stuff he's been doing this year.
I know, but what actually has come out? Tell me
No,
something.
that's the thing about it is on the voting I've been doing on the group.
Yeah,
A lot of people are voting for pieces that aren't even in hand yet. So
there'll be we won't. You
can't.
can't.
There's people voting for things that came out last year. They're all discredited. So it's only things from 2017 in hand.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I mean, I think this guy, a lot of his projects are going to be coming out next year. Next year, he's going to fucking win everything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think the first one we kind of noticed him on was the the first time we started talking to him was Morbius, but I think he did something just before that. But I can't remember what it is now.
Yeah, he did. He'd done a few things before that. Punisher, wasn't it? Wasn't it a Punisher?
No, that's after.
Yeah, maybe it was after. There's loads, man. He's done loads of good shit. Next year, when these pieces start coming out, they look anything like this. People better pack up their nuts and go home because it's his fucking year.
Yeah. Then you got the first figures Spyro. Hello there.
Jesus, that's fucking big and all.
Yes, they are. We had this conversation before.
I kind of don't listen to you much, to be honest.
Oh, fuck you then.
I'm surprised you haven't got that yet. Everybody else seems to get that. I don't listen to you much.
I like the sound of my voice, so I keep talking.
Good boy.
All right, and then you got this as well, which I think Gary is going to be all over.
Tell me Paul Lumberton didn't lose his shit over this.
Well, this one kind of came out of nowhere as well.
That's his dad's helmet, isn't it? Going on there. That's his old man's helmet there.
I was wondering if Gary's going to be getting that. That'd be quite cool.
It's nice, yeah.
It's just another picture of the white Magneto, which came up in I don't know where that was actually, somewhere.
Yeah, recent con.
Maybe I don't know. This is another Devilman statue. This is the Devilman Crybaby from the Netflix series. So this is by Gecko.
Cool.
So what you can actually see on this is you can see on the left is Shiva, the demon bird.
I remember that. Yeah. She fucked him up as well, man. She busted him up.
Yeah. I mean, this is obviously a prototype, so you can just see all the seams, but
yeah, of course, yeah.
I quite like it I like the head from that angle, but then the actual problem is the actual artwork is well fucking coloured like that, really, but I don't like the colours, so I'm hoping it's nothing like that. Yeah,
they'll have to take the characters' actual colours and put them in there rather than use that, because that's no good. Too dull, that is.
But and they've got the kind of fur on the legs as well. So it's really nice, but I think this is on 1/6.
Yeah, it does look nice.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, that bit. She gave me nightmares for ages.
I mean, I don't know if this is right, but we haven't got Alex Neo Dragon on at the moment. But normally, with them, I've only ever seen the Birth and the Demon Bird, and they were the only two I saw. I know there's another series which was like he had a little kid with him or something, but I don't think they continued that.
The thing was, I couldn't get over that Devilman's the amount of damage he took.
Yeah, and
he carried his head around with him, being like, I need to rest. You'd be like,
he gets his arm ripped off. He's got like a massive portion of his fucking side missing, and then basically, the guy Akira turns up with a couple of bandages and wraps him up, and he's all good to go.
You gotta love that shit, man. You gotta love that.
It's the same as Punisher as well, though, the Netflix series. I mean, he gets fucked up big time, and then a couple of bandages, a couple of stitches, and he's like an hour later, he's ready to go fuck people up. Yeah. This is the Prime 1 Justice League. So
that looks pretty good, no?
Yeah, it looks really, really good.
I ain't seen the film, but I mean, from what I see from trailers and stuff, that looks pretty good. It looks pretty accurate to me.
That's pretty good, yeah. No, it looks very, very good. I mean, Prime 1, they get their shit down, you know. Aaron Ray Perez just come in. He's watching.
Yo, you're my brother.
Yo, yo.
Welcome to
you got the Cyborg.
Yeah, that looks spot on and all.
These heads look fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
they look really.
I'm assuming they're third scale, but I might be wrong.
Yeah.
This is actually the Zion Arts Galactus on Throne, and originally it looked like he was like had a pedicure and was so manicured looking at his nails. But he's actually got a Silver Surfer on his hand now.
Yeah. Okay.
See if we can zoom in there. You see it?
Yeah, that's basically the Bowen Surfer that's sitting on his palm.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So he's got that, but then he's also got the he's got the manicure hand where he's got the surfer and he's kind of like stopping him.
Kind of like that one more.
So
kind of like that one. It's stronger. It's got more Galactus in it than the sort of in his hand, sort of giving him a talk.
Yeah.
Kind of like that one, which is like be gone.
The problem with this is that's going to add like fucking like loads onto the fucking size.
Yeah, but you don't need to. I mean, it doesn't need to fly out like that, does it? It could fly straight up. It could, zigzag up.
Yeah.
Does it? It could be in line with this corner and go up. Doesn't need to be. I mean, it's looped over. I don't need to do that.
Yeah. Then you got just some detailing on the back of his head.
I was going to say that portrait stinks.
And there's the front.
Yeah, that's nice.
I do think it looks pretty good. I mean,
yeah, it looks very good.
Yeah,
it looks good. I like this project. It looks nice. It does look nice.
This is a teaser for the Ultimate Guile. I think last time I said it was the Ultra Guile, but it's Ultimate, so it's like going to be like the Akuma, where he's got like the 10 fucking heads and whatever else. It's going to be like one of those versions.
Sounds like it. Do you reckon this Guile does shrugs? What do you reckon?
I reckon he does a good few shrugs, yeah. Or farmer carries and whatever else, He's doing something.
It's got some traps, man. Someone better call the police.
All right, we've got Terry again, Terry Bogard. Then we've got the Ryu, which is going to go up for pre-order soon, and
it's got a new portrait on it as well, isn't it? It's got they worked on the new portrait. The portrait needed a bit of work.
Yeah, so we've got that there. Pre-order coming soon. This is the Stoneworks Nova. Another Nova. This is the Onslaught that we were looking at earlier. So this is
the head, the masked head. That one will be
masked head, which looks great. This just looks like a cartoony Red Skull.
Thing is with this though, that my problem with it is just this sort of matte. Sort of, it just looks a little bit too cartoony for me in the body wise. I love all the metallic purples and stuff like that, and I remember it does look a little bit like this in the comics, but
yeah,
there needs to be some more shading on that body. It just looks too one tone. I just would like to see some variance of color in it.
By Stanman Wong.
So you see what I mean there? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He looks a bit happy, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He's having a fucking little party.
He looks cheery. He's having a good day. Definitely having a good day.
Yeah. There you go. There's all the pieces in there. I think it looks quite good. I mean, I think it does need a bit more shading, as you say, but I think it's.
Also, just something with the color. I don't know. Sometimes I've said this so many times. Like
the picture, though,
on the page, it's very, very 2D image. Trying to make it into it's like the Thanos, for example. XM did the Thanos so much. You tried to jazz up a couple of bits, but they kept it to the comic. Basically what it looked like, and because of that,
Bowen, I mean, he nailed it. For most things, I don't even know. It's very rare where you get like a bad Bowen, like a really bad Bowen.
I don't know if they exist. Yeah. I've got to be honest. I don't know if I've seen too many bad ones. It's like I was talking to one of my mates that F State guy. I was chatting to him, and he was like, what pieces do you think I could do with in my Bowen setup? And I sent him loads of pictures, and he was like, I said to him the characters, and he was like, oh no, I don't like any of them. I sent him all the pictures, and he'd come back to me going, yeah, I'm gonna have to buy all of these because that's just how well done he done it. Yeah. Like for example, the faux bronze Doctor Strange. You ever seen that?
I may have seen it, but I don't off the top of my head.
Absolutely stunning. The Hawkeye, faux bronze Hawkeye, stunning.
Yeah.
Really nice pieces, man.
Right. Then someone's got their Independence Day Resurgence Alien, and yeah, it's a bust. Again, it's a piece I would never ever buy, but it looks. I mean, the paint and paint looks really good. So just go through that. Here's the instructions, the box. You got that there. So it's wrapped. You got nice. Right. Yeah, I think the paint's done really, really well on it.
Yeah, that's who did this? Is Prime One?
Prime One, yeah. So it's like 350
nice. Nice paint, man.
Really nice.
Doesn't look flat. Looks wet. Looks lots of colours, lots of textures. Yeah.
Again, it's something I mean, I've never seen the movie.
It's pretty cool, man.
I don't plan on watching this movie, to be honest with you, in a rush. But, I mean,
my man's got the steel books there, man. He's serious.
Yeah. You've got the wet kind of paint on there. I think it looks. I mean, the paint job is done really well. It looks like a character. I think they've nailed it, but again, it's not.
Doesn't look flat. Doesn't look boring. Yeah.
That's something I'd buy. Did you got the RCB X23? Right there. Again,
Logan, that was for me.
Sorry?
It's the crappiest point of the Logan film, that was for me.
What's that?
Just the casting for that character. I didn't like it. Wasn't too keen. I think she played the feral part quite well, but she got quite annoying fast. I was like fed up with her within 45 minutes. I was like, can someone just kill this kid?
Well, I mean, the funny thing was I actually did read all the origins of X23 not long ago, and it's a really, really cool story. It's actually a really good comic, comics, and I don't think they did very good on the character, to be honest. Little Mexican kid or whatever it was, wasn't it?
Do you think it was one of them moments where, because child actors, when they talk, it's the biggest giveaway that they're not a good actor? Do you think that's why they made her quiet?
No, she's quite quiet in the comics.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was, like you see people that fit the roles and things, and kid actors and actresses, and the second they speak, you're like, you're not very good. Because obviously they're only babies, isn't they? I mean, Jesus, there's a very few that are like very, very talented off the bat. Like Kirsten, was it Kirsten Dunst? Is that her name?
Yeah,
she's really good. She was really good, Kirsten Dunst.
Well, she was in Vampire. She was very, very good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's like a baby in that. She's young, and she just smashed that. But then you have the other ones. I can't even remember I'm trying to think of this thing I watched recently, and the child actor in it just murders the whole film.
Will Smith's son.
Don't always pick on Jaden. You always got something shit to say about Jaden. Back off, Jaden, man. Give Karate Kid a break.
Jaden's only famous because of his dad.
Don't be so spiteful.
Yeah. Fucking shit ruins everything. That Planet Earth is fucking terrible.
I like that film, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's a fucking terrible film. Anyway.
Take a
knee.
You
got a Semic Deadpool. This is done by Eric Sosa.
Yeah.
This is 1/6 scale. And
dude, I saw the grey of this. It looked fucking crazy. I don't
like the mask that much, but I like this one. Like that.
It's really nice.
Good. For a 1/6, it's not that bad price as well. I think it's €300.
Wow.
But it's European exclusive. You can't get it in America.
It's about time we got something them fuckers couldn't get anyway.
Yeah. They always
everything, man.
Everything, yeah. But and then there's the grey version.
Yeah, there's the grey here. Something about them grey colours for me, man. It's great contrast. It really pops that.
There you go.
Yeah, it's nice.
You got a little guy on the base as well, didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, really well done. So that's up for pre-order now. But again, it's a European exclusive, so you need a buddy. Then you got the Akuma edition sizes with the Eric Sosa prototypes. Akuma, just to compare them with the Ryu.
Yeah.
So there you go.
They've definitely trimmed them numbers down, haven't they?
They have. I mean, I think they just wanted to get them out quick. Move on.
I don't know if it's that or, there's always a play on these things. I just hope that, he's making, that he's getting enough money in there. That's all.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see, I don't want to see people struggling. So I mean, Sosa's legendary, guy. So I'm sure that
when I was in New York,
just want him to carry. I want these to carry on.
yeah.
That's my point. I want to see Guy, or I want to see the next one. I want this to continue. So
I think he's got like Guile, E Honda, Ken. He's got a few of them he's been looking at. But I mean, I actually did go for a burger with him in New York, which was pretty cool.
stop you rubbing it in my face, you fuckhead. All right, I know that you were in New York and you met him and all this lot. Yeah,
We went for a burger together,
yeah.
This is the little teaser for the Tokyo Comic Con. So this is Lobo by Promo.
Looks nice.
It does look really nice. I mean, I think this is 1/3. I might be wrong, but this is going to be.
The thing is with this though, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good or how nice. There's nothing on this planet that will make me part with my Canals one. No way. So, God himself, if he'd come to me in a dream and asked me to sell it, like he asked Moses, to do some deeds for him, I'd say, listen, you're shit out of luck, dude. Sorry.
And then they do this just to say that Will Slaney will be Tokyo Comic Con.
Should I know who that is?
It's nice, isn't it?
Is he?
Yeah.
What did he
then
do?
you got the Trigun Figurama piece.
Don't leave me hanging. What did he do?
I don't know. That's why I didn't answer you. God damn it! You got the Trigun.
I thought you were just being shit to me, and there you are. You're like, what is this?
I don't know. I don't know who the fuck he is. Okay.
Yeah, you should know. You got his picture on there. Maybe he's made some good. Maybe you own some stuff he owns that he made.
Sake.
He could easily. You could own like 6 pieces that he made because you're fucking awful.
Maybe I do. What was his name? Will. Will Slaney.
This is like that poor bastard that you got confused with Tom Platts or whatever. I can't remember what he called him. That poor guy.
Well, they're both dead now, aren't they? So.
Well, yeah, it means they can't hate you anymore, I guess.
One of them died running after a train.
Is he a prime? Is he a prime?
He's a comic book artist. I said that to you.
Oh, he's a comic book artist.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
So he's done like a load of Arnold stuff here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't like the look of that Spider-Man or the Deadpool, so this ain't going too well for him at the minute.
Well, so I'm sure some people do like him. So,
yeah, I'm sure.
Anyway, then you have the Figurama Trigun. So actually, I did go and watch an episode of this because I was looking it up and I thought it looked really cool. I've seen the character before. I don't really know anything about him, and I just thought I could try quite a badass character. And this piece is really, really dynamic.
Yeah, it's nice.
I did watch a couple of episodes. I mean, so I watched the pilot. I'm gonna have to go away and watch a few more because I didn't like the pilot at all. I just thought it was a bit weird.
You got to do more than one episode, man. I watched Peaky Blinders the other day. Like I watched like one episode and I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. My wife was like, for fuck's sake, like give it a couple of episodes, give it a chance.
Yeah. And
she was right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, I watched the first one and maybe it's just it was a bit outdated, but I'm going to watch a few more, see if I like it. You guys tell me it's really, really good. But
is that a guy?
It's a guy,
woman?
Yeah. It's a guy.
Quite feminine looking.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the sort of one you can chat up in a bar and then be like, oh shit, sorry.
It's like basically he doesn't miss, he fires and doesn't miss. And he's got like some bounty on his head for like $60 trillion or something.
Wow.
Double dollars, they call them double dollars, and there's $60 trillion double dollars he's wanted for. So I mean really, really dynamic piece. Really, really
yeah,
cool.
man, piece looks the shit, looks nice. Like it.
Really nice. That's cool scale. So it's gonna be huge.
That's something for me. I'm not the thing is with that I don't like is the all them clear resin bullet things all over the place. It's just not really, it's not for me.
No, that's his name's Vash. This is George Filler, so he's doing a commission on a Venom versus Hulk, and this is
Oh
the
yeah, I see this.
Ariel
Yeah,
Olivetti
Olivetti. Yeah,
artwork. So like Venom's taking a knee to the head, the jaw there.
Venom's gonna get his arm fucking snapped, man.
Yeah,
That's
it does look like it. There you go.
yeah, that's cool, man.
I don't think they need the Hulkbuster head there, really.
Yeah, lose that. Don't need that.
It's just a bit overkill.
Yeah, don't need that.
You got that.
Nice tricep on there, man.
I think it looks really cool. It was really
My
good
man's
artwork. Actually.
Skull Crushers, bitch.
It does look really nice. And then you got the Queen Studios Wolverine bust.
It's like a more handsome, better haircutted version of you, isn't it?
Well, I'll take anything I can get, really. He's got the same vest as me. I've got holes in my vest too.
Yeah, yeah. The only difference is he's earned them holes. Yours, you just a lazy bitch.
There you go. No, it looks really
Looks
nice.
great. That looks really nice. Has a cracking.
Major Silicon.
Really nice that. I always worry about these things though with the real hair because you know they look so good prototype and then they come out and it's like fuck. Everyone complains like yeah, the hair's fucked.
Well, also silicon probably over time, you know, dry out and things. Then you got the Zion Arts Predator.
Dude, I watched Predators the other day. That film is badass. I really like that a lot.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with Predators. Nothing wrong with Predators at all.
That, man, a lot. I quite enjoyed that.
So he's on standing on the Predalien head there.
Mm.
So yeah, this looks quite good as well. Actually, it's quite nice.
So, yeah, I mean, looks a bit skinny to me. The physique.
That was tease. We're showing that. That's it.
Did we do it?
We did it, man. That was like 300 pictures.
Oh, come on, home team.
Right, where are we now?
Oh.
So yeah, so that was the week. Hopefully we'll go on to the chat and we won't leave it like we did last time. And I think it was just a combination of everything where it was like, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do that. Oh, yeah, how about that? We'll do it tomorrow. It was
also as well, it's quite hard, isn't it? Because like I was at your house last week to do loads of reviews, then to do the chat now, and then Sunday, Saturday we got the meet up as well. So it's a lot of time. It's you know, it's a lot of.
Well, I think also last week we did the interview last week, and we did the interview last week, and then like before, I think maybe you came to my house or something. I don't know. Fuck those. I've been working like loads of overtime and shit as well. So yeah, got paid for this hobby, man. Got paid for this hobby. Let's see. What else is there? Anything else? Well, anything else you can think of?
No, other than the fact that we've got like our t-shirts and stuff up if anybody wants any of them. I mean, we don't really do announcements and shit like that too much. It's not really our style, but
no, I mean on Redbubble, if you type in RaddTitan, it'll come up with our t-shirts. But
cups, coffee mugs, all that shit. I like them. You know, them coffee things that keep your, you know, flask things that keep your drinks warm, like them sort of portable drinks. I had to buy one of them. So our boy Dave did all the art for that. So that's really nice.
Well, what? David?
Huh?
We talk about David. Who's David?
When they did the art, the RaddTitan, the picture.
The pictures by James, and then the logos by Richard.
Not Richard, James. Yeah, that's it. James did the art for that, so
James did the poster, and Richard did the logo.
That's the one I want. Yeah. That's the one I want of the Red Hulk review.
Yeah.
So I had to get that myself. Shipping's fucking expensive over here, though, man.
It is. I looked at mine the other day, and I put a few things in there, and it's not as simple as when you stick a t-shirt in, and you think, oh god, it's like £5 for shipping. I'll grab another t-shirt then, and you put the other t-shirt, and it's £10 for shipping. And you're like,
motherfucker, what the fuck is that on?
We got this is another one. This is a. Can you see that?
No.
No, you can't see it.
No. What are you trying to show me?
Oh, well, it's a Colossus. I didn't come up, did it? No, it didn't come up. Never mind.
Nah.
All right.
It was nice, though. It was nice.
It was nice Colossus. Yeah, we'll show it next week. That's by the guy who did the blade, the Showboat blade. So yeah, so then on Saturday we've got the guys coming over. Going to come over, do some reviews. Hopefully Ren will be here.
Go grab
I
food.
don't know about Darkness. I don't even think I got a shipping note for it yet. What did I? I can't remember. I've got to check my emails.
Oh, the PCS.
Yeah, the PCS Darkness. I can't remember. I lose track of stuff. I need to get better track of things, and I definitely need to make some space. I'll tell you that. So luckily, the Ren is another line, but she shouldn't take up much room. So I don't think she's very tall.
It's like a D-toffee job, isn't it?
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
a nice piece that I saw that out, in Singapore. That's nice.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, like again, I order these things, and I never really think about where I'm going to put them. So I need to kind of work out that. I do again. I think January, maybe end of December, I'm going to have a big purge. I'm going to get rid of. I mean, when George was here the other day, we listed about, I think, 12 pieces that I had that could have easily sell, and sadly, I'm probably going to have to do that. I'm going to have to get rid of some. So
it's just odd though, isn't it? Because it's like everything. You run out of space, and starts getting tight, and nobody wants stuff in boxes, man. You know what I mean?
yeah, but there's a few. There are a few pieces where I think to myself, I wish I didn't sell that. You know. And, well, the
Conan Fury the Beast.
Conan Fury the Beast. I mean, that's edition size of 250. So, maybe I shouldn't have sold that.
I love that piece.
I like the Mark 1 Iron Man. I sold that.
It's a really nice piece. It's funny because you've sold those great pieces and kept a few shit ones.
Yeah, I think it was just that they were like good money to sell. They're easy to get.
I always say that though. You see, there's times and things happen. You know what I mean? I've had it happen to me. People walk in for one thing and then they offer me obscene money for something else.
Someone,
I've never accepted.
Well, someone basically with the Mark 1, someone again did it where he was like, "You selling it?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "I'll give you." I can't remember how much it was. He goes, "I'll give you this much for it," and I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, it was quite a bit of money, and then in the end, he paid gift. No, that was it. He said, "I'll bring it to me in Canary Wharf or somewhere. So if you bring it down to me, I'll give you cash." I literally took it to some hotel, and this little Chinese woman came out. She gave me an envelope of cash, and then she walked away, and I was like, "Don't you want to open it?" She's like, "No, I don't care." I was like, "Okay, do you want a hand with it?" And she called the concierge to come and carry it up for her. I was like, "Okay," she didn't open it, and then I never heard back from the guy ever again. I think I did send him a message to say, did you receive it like 3 months after? And he goes, "No, I ain't got it yet." But he never messaged me after that.
Jesus, man, that's a bit of 50 Shades of Grey in it, all that sort of shit.
Yeah, it was a bit weird, definitely. But I got a fucking big envelope of cash, so I was quite happy. And then obviously the Conan Fury Beast time, that was fucking loads of drama, which ended up in loads of money.
I can't think of really if there's too much I miss, to be honest.
Yeah. Well,
there's certain pieces that I like the Hellboy premium format. I really like that. The Mike Mignola version, I really like that piece a lot, and I still think it's a very, very nice piece. But it just didn't have anything to go with it. It was just on its own for too long. I was like, I like to pair and have some sort of reference, and it just was bothering me a lot that it didn't have any. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know really. Other than that, there's another couple, but I can't remember. I remember someone asked me that about 4 of them. I think I can't remember.
I like the Grey Hulk comic here. That was a nice piece.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's a nice piece, but
anyway, on that note, I'm going to go to bed because I've got to go out for work in the morning. So, usual business, guys. Thanks for watching, and we really appreciate it. I can't remember. We've just grown up a few more subs, so we're doing really well. If you're not on the Facebook group, join the Facebook group. Just type in RaddTitan on the search. You'll come up with me, it'll come up with Alex Thomas, and it'll come up with 3 groups and a page. So there's 2 sales groups, a group and a page. The group, I think, it's got about 7,500 people. So yeah, just do that.
It's actually really active as well. It's probably one of the. I'm a member of a lot of groups, and I don't know a group that's more active than ours. There's just loads really good
on Twitter as well, which I mean, loads of shit gets posted on Twitter, but no one's following me. And then we're on Instagram as well, but we're really bad at posting shit. But you know, yeah, follow us on social media if you don't want to see anything. So yeah, thanks guys.
Peace.
Yeah, ready? Let's go. All right. Bye bye. And next review to go up is Carnage. So yeah. Bye bye.